Hi guys, we're just sitting home at the bench tonight. I'm kind of bored, so I thought I'd put a live stream up for a little while because I won't be on Tuesday because that's a club meeting night for me. So I won't be around, and I know Cliff is out of town, so there won't be anybody around tomorrow, I guess. Well, actually, I can probably do some tomorrow, a little bit too while he's gone. If Jeff talked about maybe he was going to do it, we'll see. Whoever Jeff wants to do it, he's more than welcome. Yeah, so it's cold and snowy here. Working on the Born at 65 uh, group build that I'm hosting, working on the Impala here, and we're got working on the engine and stuff, chassis out. I'll show that as we get going here a little bit. Right now, there's not nobody watching, so mute that. The invite link. There we go. Let's put that over here. Paste. Boom. Pin. There we go. Click on the analytics. I want to apologize for where YouTube picks and chooses to put commercials. I have no control over that. Uh, the only way I'd have a little bit of control is if I completely demonetize the lives. Then there would still be one when you came in, at least one when you came in. So I'm going to work on the chassis here, or the body a little bit tonight. And oh, we do have somebody watching. Yay! Hey, how are you tonight? Let me turn my chats on so I can see who's there. I'm still getting used to this whole restream thing. Chat, there we go. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Donnie. We're just hanging. No, you didn't miss anything. One, I just got started. Just a random live stream because I won't be here on Tuesday. I might fill in if Jeff doesn't fill in for Cliff tomorrow because he's out of town. I may do some a little bit tomorrow night, but we'll see. So I'm just going to work on my Born in 65 Impala a little bit tonight and see how things go. So I got my big screen hooked up in the back so I can, if I need to see anything extra large, we're good there. Okay. So I'm going to started working on the body last night in Brian's live. We painted this with Testors White Lightning. Well, I first primed it with Tamiya White primer and painted it with Testors White Lightning. I can definitely see once we get to the clear coat stage that we're going to have some rubbing out to do. But so I don't know how well the camera is going to pick it up. Probably lights are probably wiping most of it out. But it's a great way to do a nice white. The Testors White Lightning is clear with a little just white pearl in it. You can shoot that right over the white primer, and then you've got your nice pearl white. And then if you paint it, put it over other colors like greens or blues or reds, or whatever, it gives you that stuff. Actually, stash adds and deletes. Well, I sent a kit to Don. He got it the other day. That was one of the wedge dragsters. For Christmas, I got an Eddard Big 21 PF, the Pro P Pack kit, and then I added the 112, the big 112 scale Camaro. Added that kit. That's an ad, stash ad. not really a stash ad because it's on a short list to get built. I just ordered last night. Ordered the kit for the Got Fuels group build. Hey, Blue Ridge, how you doing tonight? Yeah, and I picked up some little stuff, some decals and stuff like that. This time of year, my budget's kind of tight, so I'm not spending a whole boatload of money on anything. As far as deletes, I guess yes. I set down the kit, finished the demon that we were working on. The limousine has been finished, so those are out of the rotation. So this right now, yeah, this is the only one I've actually got actively going. Once this one is finished, I'm going to start on the MiG, and then I need to start on my legendary group build, which we're doing the 1 to 160 scale Robert E. Lee steamship. So that's where we're at on that side. But yeah, we're just going to hang for a little while, and I'm going to put some more decals on the body here and see how it goes. And I did pin the link, so if anybody wants to come in and hang out with me in person, you're more than welcome to. Only need to have a working microphone. A working camera is also a bonus, but you can go on just on the microphone. You can go just audio if you want. So I'm gonna start putting these decals on. This is the Foos kit version, but I am not going to use the Foos wheels. I'm not going to do the Foos paint scheme on it, and I'm probably obviously I'm not doing the Foos paint scheme, but as far as wheels, I haven't picked anything out yet for it. And I even started working on the sand chip. Basically, I'm just as far as got the chassis pan. I got black primer in it, so we can start painting it. And I've got the engine just about finished. And we made her last week in the live, I believe. I was making drilled out the distributor and making the spark plug wires, and we painted those green to go with the match the stripes on the car, or flames on the car. And we're going to do a two-tone green and white interior on it. But that's where we're at on that. No. The Robert E. Lee was the famous riverboat from the Mississippi, the Great Mississippi River Race. The big side paddle wheeler. I've built it once before. It turned out really well, but I used the rigging that was included in the kit, and over the course of time, it shrunk and basically imploded the boat. So it basically folded itself up because rather than the strings breaking, it just kind of crunched itself in on itself. Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah. See if I can get this to work today.
But we're just doing a casual hang tonight.
Yeah. Oh. That's all dry. Yeah. Finally got this stupid thing done. Waiting on that windshield forever.
Is it what? It's a 68?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be. I would just email them again or give them a call.
68. The
68 Craftsman Series GTL. So I've got one, but I don't want to send you mine. But
yeah. With the holidays, I thought it'd take a little while, and then
Yeah, because they
it finally
basically.
showed up.
Oh, it did show up.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Came yesterday.
Cool. Otherwise I was gonna say just hit him up again, but yeah, because the holidays kind of shut them down. In fact, they didn't even have any new model kits to show this month.
Yep.
Cool. I like that color. I like the wheels. Those come
Yeah.
off with die cast.
These are some of Jay's actually.
All right, Jay's wheels. Okay, cool.
Did some gold accents in there. If you've seen a photo of Kevin Hart's GTO, this is about how he has it. It's the brown and the gold accents.
Cool.
And I just thought that looked killer. I'm glad I didn't. Halfway while I was mocking it up with the wheel color and the paint, I started doubting how good it would look. And I'm glad I was too lazy to repaint the wheels because it does look good.
Yeah, they do. They do look really nice.
There's one down. So I got two over here finished. I ain't got no more room in my big case upstairs. I done filled that thing quicker than I thought.
Yeah, that's what happens. I need to order a new one, a new case for mine. I gave a bunch away and put a bunch in storage just so I would have a space to keep going. But that means I need to buy another case. They're not real expensive for what, but it's all at one big expense at one time. It's cheaper than buying the little cases to buy the big one. But yeah, you buy them all at once, spending $200 all at one time instead, as opposed to $7 a single case.
Yeah. I don't know. I was waiting. I wasn't going to buy any of them little ones. My brother's got a bunch of them. He's got NASCAR die casts in. And he's running out of room and like with shelving for them. So we're going to get him a big carryout cabinet to put everything in. And when he does that, he said I could have all them little cases. So, which I bought half of them for him. So it don't really matter.
Up in the town, if you can go get by IKEA, they have a real nice one, a glass tower. It's not real expensive, and then the cool thing about it is you can go to the hardware store and get some tempered glass pieces cut and add extra shelves into it.
All right, I'm looking at that, and I need to go back down by the gas station down the street from my house. He's got a bunch of long like display cases, and they're redoing the whole store, like the whole inside of it, and he's trying to get rid of them. I went to see him a few months ago, and he wasn't wanting to only sell them one at a time. He was trying to get rid of all of them at once. They told me by the end of the year, if he still got them, he'll individually sell all of them. Which we can only probably get 2 in his room, maybe 3 if we move his dresser into his closet. But what he wants for all 3 is not happening. But if he still got them, he might be able to talk that price down a good bit.
Yeah. Hey, Marcy. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Marcy. Let me figure this out. So I'm getting used to this. Never needs a mechanic.
Matching shop truck and parts for a boogie van.
I thought about doing getting some decals made and doing a little OBS shop truck or something, a little dually. I thought about that. It's just getting them made. I just haven't done it. I got enough projects already.
Here's the Robert E. Lee I'm talking about. not the generally.
Speaking of generally, I got a bunch of decals to do it. Some general leads. I got the 21 Charger next to me and a 09 Challenger behind me. And I might do both of those as general.
I got the got on Hobby Lobby last night and got that 37 Ford ordered while I was still on 40% off, so I didn't have to wait for 2 weeks.
I got mine. I know Brian said to wait, but man, I kind of want to start trying to see what wheels will fit under it, but I'll wait like he wants us to.
Well, you can look at it and kind of decide, what parts you want to order, and that's all right. You just
Yeah, I have a thought on what wheels, but he said to wait on the mock-ups, and the wheels I want to put under it, I don't think are going to fit very well because of how the fenders are. Figure it out. I might put it on a big game frame and do a big 4-wheel drive with it, and then I ain't got to worry about wheel size.
I'm kind of leaning towards the truck the way it would have looked sitting on my grandpa's farm. So
yeah, I thought about that too, like an old flatbed farm truck.
half rusted out. And 2x4s for the floorboard in the cab, and
Yeah, I might go on a set of these big 37 Ford on some 37s. I got a 5.0 Coyote motor I could shove in it, but the way the hood is, the sides are opened up, so I could do a twin turbo 572 and have 2 big turbos hanging out the side of it.
yeah.
Ooh, that wouldn't look bad. Instead of putting the headlights on the front fenders, just have 2 big turbos right there. Do like a drag truck.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not gonna do it. I want to start.
When he's saying don't mock it up, it's talking about for making parts and getting stuff cut and stuff. I mean, as far as mocking up to see what parts you need to get to fit, that's a different thing. So if you need to kind of set the body together to see if your wheels are going to fit, that kind of thing, that's different from actually mocking up.
Yeah. I'll do it after this. I was going to send Jeff a message. Told me text him if I had any ideas on what questions to ask.
Yeah, I told Jeff earlier today too. I don't know.
I was thinking what's the first kit you ever built?
That'd be a good one.
77 Bandit Trans Am was mine. Do you agree or disagree 3D parts are hurting the hobby? Fuck no. Yeah, the only thing I can think of were questions he's asked before and shit like that.
Yeah, well.
I've never been on there, so I guess I'd kind of work still. I don't know if I'll probably not clear my bench off, but move the project to the side for that. If I'm not working on anything, I won't start swearing. But if I start working on something and it starts irritating me, I'll let it fly. I already know how I am. Did I paint the rest? Yes, I painted the rest of the stuff for this 454.
Oh.
There. Interior. Right here. I painted.
Yeah, these things kind of always seem to be on outside looking in, but yeah, I pretty much kind of embrace it. So. I kind of wish I had the time, money, and space to actually invest in 3D printing, but I don't.
Yeah. It's something I'd like to get into, get a printer and stuff. It's just I'm not good with computers a single bit, and I'd have to have someone teach me how to use the fucker. Which I know Don or like Miguel would, and they wouldn't care. But I'm not good with technology a single bit. I sometimes feel like technology just hates me.
Well, that's kind of the way it works. I mean, when I graduated high school, our entire high school had for student use had one computer. When I went to college, it was in college. The only way there were 6 computers in the library that you could use, and they had 6 that you could check out like a book for 2 days at a time. You could take it home for 2 days, and then you had to bring it back. So I grew up without really computers being part of my world. So it's
Yeah.
still a little bit on the little on the outside looking in. Over the years, I've gotten better at it, but the same thing. You're kind of in that part where the 3D printing kind of came in later in your learning years, and you're kind of seeing yourself on the outside looking in. So whereas younger guys are hit right into it, or people who's already way computer savvy and way into that technology stuff will be a lot easier for them. And it's just the way it is. So you can learn it, but it's not going to come as easy as.
Yeah.
Hi, Jimmy's mom. And he froze. I used to. I had a 67 GTO. When I bought it, it had been converted into a dragster. So I spent a lot of time making it, we'll say, pseudo street legal. Still had some ways to
There we
go.
go.
Hit and got destroyed.
I will be back in here not too long. I gotta go pick my brother up from my aunt's.
All right.
All right, I'll be back in a little bit.
And then my 77 Firebird, I kind of tricked it out the way that I liked it and stuff. And then I sold that one. But yeah, so I played with it in my teens and 20s with hot rodding stuff up, and that GTO had the big block 400 with the dual 750 Hollies, the double pumpers on top of it. Had the up-tuned, rebuilt turbo 400 trans in it, and had the 411 rear end under it, and it would definitely shouldn't get down the road as long as you stay in a straight line. These are flames. They're from SDS. They're kind of the tribal flames from them. I just was looking for something different look. And here's the hood. They're green. The camera's washing it out, but they're lime green, dark green, kind of a neon colors. Yeah, after that, as far as building full-size cars, life kind of got in the way, and things went from spending money on that kind of stuff to real life issues and things, and those things like the Firebird or GTO were not very conducive to the purposes I needed an automobile for at the time. So but probably one of my funnest cars was the little 73 Vega I had. That was a cool little car. I loved having that car, but it was pretty much a piece of junk when I got it, and it was even more. I gave it away to my aunt because she wrecked her car. But it was a fun car to part around in. And then the 86 Fiero, that was a good car too, but again, not practical for what I needed in my life at the time. So we ended up with a conversion van for a long time, and then Ranger pickup, and into the soccer mom vans and stuff like that. So that was kind of end of my play toy cars was probably the Fiero. So I had 3 or 4 when I was younger, and say adulting got in the way, and I couldn't afford to have a full size play toy, and the one that I needed to go get to work or whatever every day. Especially since I was traveling for my job. So week to week, I could be anywhere from Denver to DC, Minneapolis to Houston. No, my aunt had a 70. Hey, Jamie. Had a 73 Cuda that was awesome. I always want her to give it to me because I was like, oh, I was 10 when she got it, and it was completely awesome. I was in love with it. But by the time she decided to get rid of it, there wasn't a whole lot of it left. It had pretty much been eaten up by rust. It was not really a safe car anymore, and you would have had to basically rebuild 90% of it. Would have had to been replaced. But the only thing you'd been able to salvage was maybe the hood, the rear end, and the VIN tabs. That was about it. But pretty much everything else that needed to be replaced. Hey Jay, how you doing? We're just hanging out tonight. There never was a Chrysler into Chryslers that much. Other than that one, and my other great aunt had a 73 Duster. It was a lime green looking thing. It was a badge, just a gold Duster, but it was okay. It didn't turn me on all that much. It had bench seats, and my dad was a straight up Oldsmobile guy, so I was kind of indoctrinated into GM products, and then after having the GTO and the Firebird, I kind of became Pontiac centric. But I do have a Chrysler now. I still have a PT Cruiser. Those are great little cars. They're ugly as hell, but they work good. They were based on a Neon. The parts are starting to get hard to come by for it, so it's probably on its last set of license plates when it comes due to renew it. Next time I'll probably get rid of it because I've got the Escape that I'm using now for a daily driver. New cars just aren't as cool as the old ones were. My brother had a 76 Firebird, and I had a 77. My youngest brother now has a 77 Trans Am, one of the Bandit ones that he built up, and he's got a 70, 73. Technically, it was a Malibu originally, but it had been cloned into a Chevelle. And then my other brother has a bunch of OBS trucks, and he got a 65, 66 Mustang convertible. Hey, Steven, how you doing? Well, technically, my first car was a 68 Oldsmobile Delta 88 that would have been my grandfather's, that my dad had bought from him. It wasn't running right, so it basically became my car to get fixed up and drive. I never could get it to run well. Ended up selling it for parts when I was in college. That was a cool car too. 68 was last year for the ignition on the dash, and it had it was kind of like it was not a police interceptor version, but it was like that. I mean, as far as suspension and engine and transmission and all that stuff, that was all the high output interceptor type stuff. But on the outside, it had baby moon hubcaps, plain finish with a black vinyl top, and it had cloth interior with bench seat on the front and 3-speed column shift on it for the automatic. And yeah, my dad had one hot rod. It was a 68 Olds W31 that he custom ordered, black on black on black. Well, it was the only thing not black on it was a tiny red pinstripe that followed the front fender contour across the door and up the window, behind the window for on the rear sail. Other than that, it was completely blacked out. And he had it about 6 months when he got T-boned by a drunk driver pulling out of a bar parking lot. The drunk driver pulled out of the bar parking lot and T-boned right into the side of him. And there wasn't a whole lot of that car left. It was amazing that he actually survived it. But back then, the cars were made, they were 2.5 tons of American steel, so they didn't bend as much. But that also was a detriment because you're a lot more liable to get impact injuries inside the car because there was no crumple to it. All right. Yeah, well, when I got rid of my Firebird, you couldn't hardly give them away. And if I had the same car, I mean, in that condition that it was in when I sold it, if I had that now, it's probably a $35,000 or $40,000 car. And that's just part of the aging process. I mean, because Those people who had those as newer-ish cars in the 70s, 80s, early 90s are now at the point of our life where we have enough expendable income to repurchase that kind of stuff, and so the price is going way to the roof on them. At the time, it was just a 10-year-old car that nobody really wanted. You know, and in the 50s cars, 40s and 50s cars were all the big high dollar cars. The old, say 50s, 60s Corvettes, that type of stuff. I remember when I was in college, I guess I was probably a sophomore, driving down the road out in the country one day, and sitting on the side of the road was a 68 Firebird 400 sitting in the weeds with a for sale sign on it. Guy wanted $800 for it, and just more than I could afford at the time. But that's like that car, even in that shape, was probably cost you 50 or 60 grand right now. Okay, this again. Another coat of, doesn't need it, but we'll hit it with another coat of stuff. I use the Walther Salva set as what I used for my decal setting solution. It's probably the best stuff out there. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's still probably the best available. Yeah, that's it. Nobody wanted them at that point, but it's kind of like you say, you go through that rotation. About the GTO, it had been converted into a dragster and had a twisted. The frame was twisted up between the firewall and the front wheel on the. I'm trying to remember which side it was, on the passenger side. When I bought it, so they were selling. I think I paid $600 for it because it had a decent engine in it, and ended up I took it, cut the frame, and had welded. Cut the frame, got everything lined back up, and welded plate steel around that. Hey JB, how you doing tonight? And then worked on getting it back, say semi street worthy, street legal. Didn't have any heat, didn't have any air conditioning, any of that stuff. But the heater cord had been taken out, and the hole where the blower and everything in the firewall had been plated over. So that was going to be my next big project on it, was to get heat and air back into it. But yeah, that's kind of where it ended. It got killed, got run into, destroyed. Okay. Let's see, let's do a dry brush first. My aunt's Cuda was that, I don't know, the official color, it was kind of a burnt orange. It wasn't a bright, like, hugger orange or anything like that. Kind of a burnt orange. Actually almost kind of like this color here. It'll show. The darker burnt orange with the black stripes down the side. It had a vinyl top on it. Had the shaker style hood scoop on it. I don't remember if it was actually a shaker or just that style. Hooked to the top of the hood. I don't remember. I'm thinking it had the baggage handle shifter in it. Well, I know it was automatic because you couldn't drive a stick to save her life. I'm just going from memory because I hadn't seen that car in probably 40 years now, 30 years. Last time I saw that car was probably 30 years ago. So you guys, do you fully detail your on your chassis and stuff, or I just basically paint them black and do a dry brush, silver dry brush on them. I might pick out a few parts or something, but other than that, but I don't generally. Yeah, say it was like a burnt. Let's see if I got still any more of that color left. It was close to. Yeah, it was real close to this. I mean, it was a little darker than that, but along those lines of that color. A little darker than that, and it had black striping on it on the side, had the wing on the back, had black vinyl top, black interior. I just said had the luggage handle shifter in it. It had VA. I don't remember. Couldn't tell you what engine was in it or anything like that. I don't remember either. She lived pretty far away from us. I only saw her once or twice a year. And her husband was big into the international scouts. He had boatloads of those 40 years. Every time I turned around, it seemed like he had a new one of those. But he was a big time outdoorsman, fisherman, hunter type person. So it's a good color. That one I just showed you. I did the wide body Fiero with that color, and it really, really is nice. I'll go grab it here in a second. I really like it. I'll go get it right now. Okay, here it is. Yeah, it's a really, really nice color. I really liked it. Kind of got a little bit of gold undertone to it. Yeah, I'm real happy with the way this kit turned out too. Yeah, that's a real nice. Yeah, hers was. See, on camera, it's showing up a lot lighter than it is in person. Let's see if I do it this way. It might be too dark. Oh, there we go. Hers was real close to this color. Maybe a little bit more red, but yeah, it's a really nice color. I like it. To me, it has a color that's basically identical. In fact, one of the hoods I built for that was painted with to me, and I can't tell you which one was Testers and which one. Ah, dinner, important, very important. And yeah, and even though we had a big Chrysler plant here, well, at the time I lived in the city, but I never did catch the Chrysler bug. Yeah, that's a good color. I'm kind of leaning towards when I do the big 112 scale Camaro. Kind of may not use that exact color, but I'm kind of leaning for something in that color palette. Either that or a real nice blue. Like a dark blue candy type color. But we'll see when we get to that, when that day comes. That's one thing I've never done is a full on true candy paint job on anything. I've done candy esque paint jobs, let's say, but I've never really done anything full on as a full on candy. Well, that I mean, I've done like a metallic red paint job, and then put the transparent red over the top of it, or something along those lines. But I've never done a straight on full blown candy. Yeah, the 300. I was like, that is one Chrysler that I always liked with the 300 series. Like our school bus stop was right in front of the Chrysler dealer here in town, so we just had to walk from the house to the Chrysler dealer. That's where we got on the school bus. And in wintertime, we would sit inside the dealerships because it was warm instead of standing out in the cold waiting for the bus. And so we always had all the Chrysler brochures. That's when the LeBaron and the K cars were hitting big. I don't know how all this is even showing. Boost up my big screen here, catch up. I basically just paint it with black primer, do a silver dry brush, and then I will go back with a black wash to kind of get some of the low lights, like up here where I've got a little too much in there in this area, and down here a little too much silver. I can go back with a wash. And darken it up a little bit more. I'll do that on the fuel tank too, just give it a different tint. Hey Michael, how you doing? Thank you for being a member for 4 months of the Minion. I appreciate it very much. In case you aren't, anyone who's not is interested, it's 99 cents a month to be a member of the Minion. And you get to see the videos at least a day early, sometimes more. And then I do well, I remember, half time I forget to do it. I'll put some members only pictures up of the completed build before anybody else gets to see them. But and when I remember. I have to bounce back and forth because on the YouTube side it shows me who members and whatnot are. But on this Restream side it does not. Yeah, Hurt Locker, your thumbnail image is real close to what my aunt's car looked like. Very, very close. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I had to answer a call from my mom. Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Oh, working on the chassis. Yeah, I'll do a black. Let the silver dry a little bit, then I'll do a black wash over it. That'll tone down that silver a little bit, so that it still shows, but it won't be so pronounced. And then I'll fill in where I got too much silver. I can cover over it. Decals are working, drying. What we can work on next? What to work on next? Paint the rear end. Got ready to paint, but I'm not ready. Ready to paint, but not ready to paint. Let me look at this rear end, whole rear end section to see. All right, Marcy. See you later. Kind of look at what I can assemble as a sub-assembly and paint as one piece. I don't remember if I mentioned or not. I'm doing this one for Dan over at 60s Rules, his psychedelic 60s group build, and also for my Born in 65 group build, because I was born in 65. So anything having to do with the year 1965 is fair game. To be built for the group build, and it runs until the 18th of May, which is my birthday. And yes, boys and girls, I still do use RedTube for various things. Things where I wanted extra stick and or work time, I still do tend to use the RedTube. Or I need a really strong bond. Because RedTube basically, if you want to think of it, is basically sprue glue. Sprue glue, it is basically your extra thin or cement or whatever brand cement that you're thinking of using. It's liquid and it has clear styrene dissolved into it. Also, I like to use it on parts that don't fit very well, because you can put a little extra in, let it spooge out, and then that becomes your filler, just like sprue glue. I remember who told me I needed to be watched carefully on this rear suspension, that it has some issues, but I don't. 758, 90, 10. Let's see if I can find part 59. Something about where the lower connections made to the chassis having issues. So we'll pay close attention to that. Let's see. That does not have that part on it. That one does not have that part on it. 15, there's 59. Okay. Two up here out of the way before bad things happen. Okay. Part number 59. There's two of them. Where are we supposed to go? We'll find out. We'll find out together. Rear end here. Okay, I see where the issue can come in. So it's not too bad. Just got to pay attention to it. They've just got slots in the chassis with upper control arms to go into for the rear end. But there's no positive locating parts. And then they fit into the shackles. Let's see. Let me try the overhead, see if the overhead is better. Bring it down. So the lower control arms fit into these shackles here. Let me blow it up so I can see better on the screen. They fit into these shackles here. And then they fit into there's basically slots in the chassis that those slot into, but there's no positive locators. I mean, there kind of is, but not really. But they sit like that. In the rear end sits onto those. And then you've got your upper control arms, where do they connect? The springs go down into the hole, and then they connect kind of like that. And then there's a shock that goes in there as well. So yeah, it's just fiddly. Everything fits well, it's just fiddly. So we're gonna have to. So what I'm gonna probably do is glue the lower ones on, and before we get in a good place for the red glue because it's slow curing. To get everything lined up. There's a little notch. I know I apologize for the white. There's a little notch there that the this piece of the lower control arm fits into. If it's kind of like that. Yeah, so we'll use the red glue to glue all this together as an assembly, but not glued to the chassis. Then we can pull the whole works out, and it actually goes on that side. Let it use the chassis as a jig to let all the glue set square, and when it's done, I'll pull the whole piece out, paint it as a unit, detail it, and put it back in. That's what we're going to do. Let me switch my cameras back. And I hope that made sense to you guys, what I'm planning to do. That way I can fiddle with it without attaching anything permanently to the chassis. It lined up, let it dry. Hey, Edward. Yeah, you're, our prayers are with the people out there in California. And the people still recovering from the hurricane. There's still a lot of those too. We don't want to forget about them. Yep, almost lost it. That'd been bad. Yeah, we could have made a new one, but it's better not to not lose them. Okay, so we'll glue those there. There. A good way to hold it though once you get that done. Get some glue on this one. All right. Yeah, and I saw that Canada sent a bunch of their firefighting aircraft and personnel down there to help, which is a really good thing. They're experts when it comes to dealing with those wildfires up there in Canada. Okay, let's clamp those in place. Hey, Kevin, we just hanging out. I was bored. Working on the Impala here a little bit. Those aren't long enough. I need longer clippises. There we go. And yes, when you're doing this one, you definitely want to take your time getting all the parts lined up for this rear end. That's for sure. They all go together right, but it's really, I can see where it'd be real easy to get into trouble if you didn't take the time and pay attention to it. And another neat trick is I've glued those with the red tube glue, so I've got the time and flexibility. And now I've got them where I want them. I can go to the joints and hit it with the Tamiya. And it's almost like using Insecure for CA. It will cause the red tube glue to cure a lot faster. Okay. Now we'll let that dry as an assembly. And once it's dry, we can take it off, paint it all at one time, and detail it, and then put it back in. And then glue it in permanently. So, set that aside. Check on our decals, see how they're looking. Give them another hit of setting solution. Yeah, this kit I'm kind of doing backwards. Usually by the time I'm doing the final work on the body, that's usually like the next to last thing to do on my build. Or this one, I pretty much got the body done first. And again, these flames came from STS decals. They are amazing. They do them in several different colors. This is the green, the lime green, dark green set. They also do it in like a red and yellow, blue, a couple of, I think, blues. There's several different colors. Well, let's see if I got another set of them up here right now. I don't think I do. I think I put them into my decal catalog box. Nope, no, I didn't. Here's the red ones, red yellows. I also get my license plates from them because it's easier than trying to print my own. So I can print the ones for the state. So I don't. Not every car I have doesn't have Illinois, Michigan, or California plates on it. That seems to be the three that all the modeling kits companies put on their decal sheets. Plates. What's this one? Came with This one's actually a little different. Came with Virginia and Indiana plates. Okay, so I'll put you back up here, out the way. I'm going to put those shocks on too, I guess. Gotta find them. There they are. First through. How about that? I don't do coffee, so no need for an espresso. The only thing an espresso machine is good for me would be making hot chocolate. The only time I drink coffee is when it's like super, super cold outside. Even then, given the option, I would do hot chocolate as opposed to coffee, or espresso, cappuccinos, any of that kind of stuff. What was this one? 61. 61 is this one here. You can get a flash on that. Let me get the nipples. There they are. Oh, Jimmy's back. Okay. Turn you on, Jimmy. There you go.
Yep. What? Yeah. All right. Yeah. What was I doing? Trap pants.
Okay, there's that one. So, Jimmy, round 2 has the Blazer coming out in March. The 93. Oh, he's gone again. And the 79. Round 2 has the 93 Chevy Blazer and the 79 Camaro coming out in March. Repops of those. Actually, I think the Blazer might be a new kit, but don't quote me on that.
The Blazer is. I watched HBI guy's video on it. It's a new mold, new everything. The top doesn't come off it, but that just means you ain't got a fiddle with a top that doesn't fit.
Also, if you don't want a top, it's a quick fix.
Yeah, the mold line.
Those are supposed to be out in March.
Ooh, yeah, I'm ready for the Camaro. Definitely.
Yeah, especially right now, this one, which is that kit, or close to it, the Street Burner Camaro. You're lucky if you can find this for under $60.
Yeah, I've looked at them before.
And the only difference is this one, the new one comes with the flat hood, and it doesn't have the T-tops in the bottom cutouts.
That's fine.
But actually, if you look at the underside of that one, it's there. You could trim it out if you wanted. Actually, had to have T-tops.
And it has the T-top glass still with it.
Yeah. But yeah, this one. So anybody wanting that 70s era the late 70s era Camaro. Because the other one out there, the 81, is a little bit different body shape, and the hood is different and stuff.
And it's almost like a curbside snap
It's a
kind of kit.
basically a curbside snap kit type thing.
Yeah.
And the new one has no chrome parts in it, so you can spray out. It's already stripped, so you can spray whatever parts you want chrome.
Yeah.
It'll be out. It'll probably be out sooner than March, but
I think Model Roundup will get it. We'll probably end up getting it around March, and then Hobby Nut might get it a little earlier. Hobby Nut usually they get new stuff a little earlier than Roundup.
yeah, just kind of shop around because I saw people with this brand new release of the Camaro went $140 for it, and I went to Hobby Lobby or Hobby Town website and got it for $40, which was retail price. It ended up being 60 with shipping, or 54 with shipping, but it's a big kit, so it's for priority shipping on that. That was right on shipping.
Yeah. I might do all that. I want to use the brush and paint. It'd probably be easier with the brush than the damn Sharpie. If I can get in this little area right here with the brush a little easier. Where's that good thin brush?
Here, just a second, Jeff. I'll show you a picture of it.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. But with a few of the newer kit releases, I've noticed Hobby Nut has gotten it before Roundup, or at least Hobby Nut has put it on the site.
I said 93. It's an 85. I don't know where my brain is at. Present. Yeah.
I've always used Hobby Nut because after a little while, he'll start marking kits on sale. Ooh, oh yeah. I've seen HBI guys unboxing of that. The thing looks freaking good.
Stranger Things Rebel. 85 Chevy Blazer. I don't know why I was thinking 93. It's 85. Probably not much difference between an 85 and a 93, actually.
Just the girls.
But yeah, those are due out in March, so they may be here early. And then pre-order. Here's the Camaro. Mega Hobby has it on pre-order for $26
That's not bad.
for the Camaro.
That would have been a pretty good idea for Brian's little live stream build, that Camaro.
Yeah, but they might not be out in time. That would be the only issue there.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's basically the same as the one I just showed you. The monogram is monogram tooling, but they filled in the T-top roof, and then you get the extra hood. And none of the chrome is. There's no plating on any of the chrome parts. What would be chrome parts? So you can paint it chrome everything you want, as you want.
Yeah, the cars are cool. I've never seen the only Stranger Things clip I've seen is the freaking him playing the Master of Puppets to distract the things.
Let's say Mega Hobbies is showing as a pre-order for $25, 24, 26. And let's go back to
Jeff, I seen you sent me a message. Give me a sec, man. I got a paintbrush in my hand.
And Mega Hobbies has it for 20. Pre-order it for $29 for the Blazer.
For new tooling, I mean, that's about normal. I'll probably wait a little bit and I'll find it for maybe cheaper or something like that.
Yeah, it's $31 retail price. So yeah, 28.76 is what they're pre-ordering it for. I don't know what their shipping rates or anything is on Mega. I've never ordered from Mega Hobbies before, but
I haven't either.
I'm sure there's other Hobby Nut and all the other ones that are probably about the same price.
Yeah.
You can probably snag them off of Amazon when they come out too for retail price with free shipping, which still would be. But yeah, those are going to be good. And then the Camaro one comes with the orange decal so that you could do a black car too, which is nice.
Ooh. That's
awesome. This one does not come with the orange stripes. It comes with gold, like I said, gold stripes, and I don't remember what other color, blue or something like that. Yeah, so on a new one, this tree is no longer plated; it comes unplated, so you can get it.
That makes it easier, especially with the grill not being chrome on them cars.
The roof is filled in, so you don't have T-tops. And then you get it comes with the third hood, and this one comes with it comes with 8 tires in there. And so this one just comes with the blue and brown striping packages to do the stock Camaro, and then it comes with the muscle bound and the Z Street decals. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting that new kit to have the other decals.
I'm glad they're releasing it. I've had my eye on that Street Burners one, but I'm not about to pay that much for it.
No need to, because come saying.
Yeah.
So 4 weeks you can buy a brand new one for $30.
Yep.
So the only difference body wise is the extra hood and not having the T-tops pre-cut out. So, which also means that the swap meets and stuff, the price of this kit should start bottoming out, because no one's going to pay high dollars for that kit when you can buy the brand new one.
What's Jimmy Oleum working on? Okay. Well, I was just painting the steering wheel for the El Camino.
Let me get you blowed up here. Come on. Right over here.
Chrome trim and everything done on the El Camino. More decals, 454 logos. Tailgate. 454 is painted. And I finished that damn GTO. Round 2 finally sent me the windshield I needed for it. That went right together. Yeah. Good looking car. I just left it at curbside. I feel like it was kind of a fun build, and then I had to wait around for a windshield. And then these are what's going on the El Camino.
Yeah, Hobby Nut does not show them yet. Go to Model Roundup.
I don't even know if Roundup has them. Well, HBI guys already have done his video on it, so we'll be getting around a little bit. The pre-orders and shit.
Yeah, showing all three cars: the pizza VW pizza van, the Blazer, and the $25 for the Camaro, $29 for the Blazer, and $30 for the van. You can pre-order them from Model Roundup.
I was looking at the van too. The van's kind of cool. It's not the year Volkswagen van I'm super fond of, but I mean it's not a bad looking van. It might look all right. Big fat set of Mickey Thompsons on the back of it.
Yeah, it's not bad. That one is basically $30, $29.90.
The Camaro and the Blazer are what I'm more interested in.
Yeah,
Blazer out of all of them.
25 for the Camaro and 29 for the Blazer. Yeah, so you can pre-order them from Model Roundup right now. They're showing March delivery, which generally come early because if they've already got the kits out that they're sending to the people to showcase, then that means that they're on the boat, on the water, on their way.
The instructions and all the kit. It's got like the colored Revell Germany style instruction
Yeah,
booklet.
the new instructions. Yeah,
I like those.
Yeah, they're nice because your current, if you're like adding the piece onto a, like say for this one, for example, if you're adding the instructions, there you go, adding these pieces on, they would be in color, whereas the chassis, which was already from a previous stage, would just be in black and white. So you kind of see where things go. And the color the part is in the instructions is the color that it's supposed to be painted.
Yeah.
But we recommend painting it. I won't say it's supposed to be painted that color.
No.
Because this would normally be black, but it's going to be silver on my type thing. But yeah. Because I do a lot of aircraft, so I've been getting the Revell Germany instructions for a long time. But the 12 scale Camaro also comes with the Germany style instructions, the full sheet booklets, color glossy page instruction sheet.
I wonder if they're switching like all the new kits to that style and instruction.
Probably as they're rotating them through, they'll probably eventually change everything over. As they get repopped, they'll probably switch from this to the full color.
Which I'm not opposed to that. That'd be cool.
Put that.
Oh, I can't see chat. Jeff's still in chat.
Oh.
Otherwise, I'll send him a text message later.
He was a few minutes ago.
Is some of the question I thought of. I may have just broken that. Hang on now again. And make sure I didn't just blank this. No, I had it in the wrong. No, I just stuck my finger in.
Yeah, you could probably do something like alternate tool sources too. Because there are some things that need to be hobby-specific tools, but a lot of them don't need to be.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Some questions I was thinking about, like you asked, is what was the first model you ever built? How did you get into the hobby? And what was the other one I thought of? Well, what was the other one I thought of? Well, there's two. I thought of a third one, but I don't remember it. Yeah. Oh, and what style do you like to build? Like, what kind of style cars? Like, lowered, four-wheel drive, stock, pro touring, pro street, stuff like that. She's been crying all day. Who's been crying? What are you crying about, Kevin? How's the interior done for meaner?
Yeah, it's the right way. Just don't want to fit. Don't want to fit into the hole. We have ways to fix that.
Get in the hole.
In the kitchen. That reminds me, I haven't eaten any dinner yet. I'm gonna have to go find some dinner before too long.
Well, I'm on made pork steaks. They're very good. Stuck them in the oven.
Kind of thinking along the lines of grilled ham and cheese sandwiches and tomato soup.
That sounds too bad. I got all this painted for the motor.
Chinese yesterday, and fried chicken the day before, and pork chops a couple days before that. So okay. It does pink. It's just very quiet. Wait 1 second. Let me. There we go.
Okay, Jimmy, to clarify something, all right? Fundamentals. It's how to begin to get with removing mold mines and stuff like that. What you just said, eventually we could get into. But let's work on the basic techniques and fundamentals and let it go from there. Kind of like how you've been learning from everybody on lives.
Yeah.
That's the formula
Well,
for this.
those would be questions that you could throw in along with the other ones, Jeff, just because.
Okay.
Or we could do like I could do the fundamental shows with them guys on Sundays and do word I'm looking for or that would be for the novice builders, where this would be more for the people who have been modeling for a few years but not so long that to kind of have
pepper those questions in amongst the other ones. like as you're introducing and, like part of almost like an intro question as you're introducing your various guests,
Yep. And it's like I told you, it's about the hobby, and you guys are going to do a good job at it. And Jimmy, don't worry about you. Don't have to send that text right back to me. But I linked a place for some really upscale. They're not cheap, but they're excellent race kits decals.
Mhm.
I mean, they give you oil filter stickers on the radiator shroud decal sticker, things like that.
Oh wow.
But they're like 20 to 29 bucks, depending on which one. But they're cartograph. They're high end decals.
Yeah, cartographer, the bee's knees. Um, they're right up on line with Terry over at STS, but they're mass production decals. So they're you don't have to cut them out. They're on individual decals.
And most kits now kit manufacturer are going to them.
The cartographer, yeah, all the upper end ones. While the newer kits, the Revell ones are cartograph as well. A lot of the newer ones are.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
you want a really good thing to do with that tester's glue? This is a smart way, and this will help you. Okay, my friend of mine taught me this. You can squeeze it out onto a piece of paper and take a toothpick and go around, or sometimes on body parts, if there's a lot of gap, like especially with a rear fascia or front fascia, you can put it in there and it's sandable and it will help fill the gap in.
Yeah, it's seam filler.
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically sprue goo with clear sprue in it.
Yeah, that's what I've always used. I don't know.
I like it because it's for like parts.
But see that I'll have to remember, but you got to email me or text me so I can go over it, and I want to get everybody 15 minutes early to go over the basic show premise, what wires we're going to use, and go boom.
Okay.
And by the way, please, everybody, hit the like button for Bob. Bob is one of these coolest guys you'll ever meet. And
I already said I knew the show. You don't have to stop up.
I was impressed last night with everybody. Brian and me were texting about it this morning. You guys made that show come alive.
That was a fun show. That was one of the fun
over
ones.
300 views in 22 hours. That speaks to the people in there who are wanting to do good for the hobby.
That was definitely one of the funner ones we've had.
And it took all of you to do that, except for Kevin Smith.
So they talk about alternate sources for hobby tools other than hobby related or hobby specific stuff for a lot of it.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking to you about. There's probably tools that most automotive people won't know about. Oh God, them things, yeah. Them people, I can't. Jimmy, go even into Hobby Lobby, get the tweezer set. It's worth it. Them things. I'll show you this one. This one's curved. I got this from the Spay.
Tweezers out the ass.
No, that thing is a sharp. I kid you not. This thing, Jimmy, is sharper than my damn knife. And that's a brand new blade. This is not a blade. I can't even. Oh, help if I hold it up. I'm sorry. But they're great for especially little parts. They're a little on the pricier side, but their quality is excellent. I mean, you could probably pick a nose hair out of Kevin Smith's butt cheek. I'm not trying to be graphic. I was trying to make a smart ass remark there, Bob. I'm sorry, Bob. You got me a few times. I owed that one on yours.
No, that's all right. We're casual. We're laid back here.
And I don't know if you saw our text. I said I might be filling in for you. Tuesday night's going to be depending on if I move.
If you want, if you don't, we'll just not have it. I mean, that doesn't matter to me one or the other.
Well, that all depends on what my back and my rib cage area and shoulders are going to feel like for moving a couple tons of pellets. And Jimmy, I'm gonna lay down a challenge for you.
Yep.
Do you know how many model kit online retailers are out there?
We talking like actual model kits or like 3D places, the resin guys,
Oh, okay.
just the models? Not off the top of my head, no.
Illinois, right?
I know of at least 3. That's about it.
Now I'm gonna copy a link. Bob, I'll let Bob do the whole thing. We'll bring it up. That's just model kits, and not all of them are full models. If you see like a plane, that means there's model kits here as well. You got Rockford, Illinois has got 2, Peoria, Oswego, Orland Park, Marion, Tashi, or however you pronounce it, Geneseo, Fairview.
Oh, hobby time, yeah.
Yeah, there.
Yeah,
Oh, that thing tastes bad.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I left that thing on the charger too long.
No. And they're the biggest distributor on the East Coast.
There's
Yeah,
one over in Belleville. Red Barn Hobby.
Red Board Hobbies, yeah, Belleville or Collinsville.
So, Jimmy, I'm going to challenge yourself to look up Burbank House of Hobbies. I don't know if hopefully they're still standing. V8 models. I don't know if they're still in business.
I haven't heard of them.
TNT models. There's a lot of great model shops out there. Sit down and you're going to do what you're going to do during the day. Take an hour out of your day, and that's how you get that knowledge.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about there, Boston. And a lot of times you can buy hobby stuff, but if you don't buy it at the hobby shop, you're getting the same, if not better, for a fraction of the cost.
Yep.
So that's my challenge to you, Jimmy.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up a few spots. I know Schaefer. I've been to Schaefer Hobbies a few times. That one's a little farther away from me.
Hobby Haven. I'm not. What do they call that now, Bob?
And
Spotlight Hobby.
yeah,
Oh, they changed the name of it.
in March, if you want, after the show, we can run over. I can show you where Mark Twain is. You'll just love that. It's like 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes from where the show is.
Yeah, we were under that at the last show, and my brother and my dad were ready to go home. My dad was hungry; he was wanting food.
It's just across the river, just past the casino, is where it's at. And you'll go nuts in there.
You got the Red Board Hobbies, K10 model trains. I don't know what the hell these Trader Joe. Oh no. I mean, you got a lot of them out there. If like I said, you just type them in, and they will help you.
Yeah.
Jimmy, what I'm teaching you now, Jimmy, is going to benefit your wallet long term,
Oh yeah, I know.
and you'll understand why I sent text you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, if I looked at it now, it would have kicked me off. So I would have opened it up. I'm not even going to use that piece.
Boy, I don't know. I don't know if I'm lagging here or what. Oh yeah. The chat on the stream side's lagging for me, but that's probably me. I just gotta remember how the heck to get out of here. Okay, never mind. I see it.
There's a button that says leave.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been on StreamYard in well over a year, so.
Yeah.
Restream. They're totally different. So.
Yeah, I'm still trying to go through the settings and figure all this out.
But like Bob will tell you, Jimmy, I want to say this to you, so this will help you. If people want to negotiate, they will say something to you. If not, you say thank you and then walk away. And it helps you more. That way, and there's always going to be, if somebody gets mad about the price of the kit. Guess what? It's their kit. It's called free enterprise, mark it up whatever they want.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, they're either kids are going to put it in the landfill, sell it for pennies on the dollar. There are certain kits I do go after because they will never be made again. Because the auto manufacturers own the rights to them, like a lot of the AMC stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The corporation said, nope, we're never going to let that go. That's done and over with.
See, that's where the European companies come in because they'll make it without the badging on it. And Chrysler and GM can't say anything about it.
Yeah, Ukraine can get away with it. People in the States can't.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but Burbank, there are so many. I mean, there's a really good company. I don't know. They're literally on the other side of I-70 and whatever the hell else. I think it's I-70 to all the way up into Kansas City, Bob. Am I correct?
I-70 goes all the way to Denver, yeah. Through Kansas City.
Yeah, there's a company called the Sprue Brothers.
Oh, yeah, I get stuff from them all the time. They're in Liberty, Missouri is where they're at.
Yep. When I was headed to my sister's the first time in 2022, I looked out the window. And I was like, shit, I know that company.
Yep. Yeah, I get stuff from them. If I need it fast and it's not something that Amazon would have, real quick, then I usually get it from Sprue Brothers.
So do your due diligence, do your homework or research for it.
Because we share the same regional post office too, so.
And if you save money, that means you can get more hobby supplies you want. I don't know if you saw that last night when I was. Let me pull one out here real quick. Sorry about that pointing down. I had to move that.
You're good.
I like these and dislike them for different reasons. I don't know if Bob was in there yet. Bob lurks. Some of the printers, guys, will do this in 3 sections. You got your center section, which is where your lug nuts and wheels, the center cap. Then you'll have your outer ring.
Yeah, like a beauty ring type thing.
Yeah. But if you use a liquid mask, you can get in there and do it decent. But here's the thing I really liked about it. You can use a regular kit axle, but if you put some epoxy in there just right and you hold it and center it, it will work.
Yep.
And they are super clean.
That's one thing I love about Jay's wheels is he has all the little hole in the back, so if you want to use the kit suspension.
Now let me ask you, with Jay's wheel, does he send rotors with him?
Sometimes it depends on the wheel.
Okay, because
all of them I've gotten they have had.
Because the guy I'm using out in New Hampshire, I like it because it's close by to me. The thing, and Jay is an excellent person, so I've got nothing but praise for him. Always search out your option, but free shipping too.
Yeah.
You can take me off large screen, please, Bob. But he's the guy actually very nice. I think I send you. Always look around, and it's one of them. Get the bang for the buck.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll use this as a perfect analogy. The race team I was helping on Thursday night. We won a championship 3 years ago. A sponsor was leaving one team, and I knew I'm friends with the people on that team. And they're going to run a part-time schedule just to go race to have fun, which is not a bad thing. Well, the pharmacist named Steve, he works for Kenny Drugs. It's a northeast kind of place. And I walked up. I said, with Kyle getting done, who are you going to think about sponsoring next year? And he goes, why? What do you got in mind? I said, Pelkeys would be great. I said, the good thing about them is if they crash the car, it's going to be ready the next week. It may not go the fastest, but it's going to be there and it's going to be ready. You're going to get your marketing value. The three other guys, you all say one crash away from not spending their money to keep racing. The Pelkeys will do what they are, their word means. So always do your due diligence and your research. And it has not been public knowledge. I know Chris has got the sponsorship locked up because me and that pharmacist, who's now a district manager for Kenny, talk. So,
Hey guys,
like I said, save your money and be smart with it. You know, that's where Bob is. He makes the best of everything he got.
None.
I'm cheap.
I am too. We
how dirty my cutting mat is. It needs to be replaced, but I'm too cheap to buy another one. I'm too cheap to even turn it over to start the new side until I absolutely have to.
I don't have a cutting mat. I just cut into the wood on this table.
It does make a difference. When's your birthday, Bob?
May the 18th.
I think we can get something for your birthday. I got to figure out where I put them senior decals to send to you again. I can't figure out where I put them. So.
Oh, the other side is brand new, shiny, clean. I'm just too cheap to turn it over.
So no, he's
using I absolutely have to.
Yeah, he's using it, and that's what it's designed for: is to be used up. And you can see after a while the self healing does not work very well.
No, it's sides about it. It's in. I've got so much stuff on it. When I do turn it over when I do like final wheel fitting to make sure that the car sits level, stuff like that.
I got like I think it's an 18 by 44 inch from NK.
I got this one at Walmart. It's 18 by 12 or something like that. 12 by 18.
Well, when I was at the NL East, I looked at a large one. No, I was at a Walmart, and they wanted like $70 for one. I was like, hell no.
No, I just got this one.
And then I went to
NL East. I'm so cheap that I won't even replace this one until I absolutely have to. Or even turn it over to the clean side. I'm gonna try this. Let's see how it works. Hopefully, this works out.
I just don't have one. I just have the.
Ooh, like that, Bob.
Ooh. I just got that cheap ass wood on the table.
Night, Jim.
This. Okay, yeah, it does work. It's just delayed. This was the last time I went to Benchtime Hobbies. I got the box sound turned off, but just kind of show you what the glass cases on the where they keep all the high dollar stuff and tools and whatnot.
Yeah.
Your tester paints, Tamiya paints. They use the AK. They carry the AK paints. This shop is like a third RC, a third modeling, and a third railroad. The whole section over there is the RC section.
Okay, Bob. I'm
paints there.
Yeah.
And here's your Mr. Hobby stuff on this side.
And the thing is, you're supporting a local store. Yeah, they may be a chain, but that's an independently local store.
No, it's an independent store.
Okay.
There's not a chain, but they do have a website where you can order online. There's your Vallejo paints, testers, little square jars.
They got a lot of those.
It won't be till January, Jimmy, but I'm going to send you something. It's the back half of a Rebel kit. And it has a bed from the Midnight
And where you
Cowboy
get testers
record on it.
paints, there's your Flexi files, there's all your Bob Smith super glues and epoxies and all that good stuff. Here on the end, we're selling they had a huge collection stash that they were selling. So all the kits on the end aisle of the aisles were
Oh,
they were
damn.
selling off.
Did I see a 60 Impala in there? I need to find one of them bad.
Oh, Judas Priest. Oh, they got a lot of older stuff too, don't they?
And that's what, about 15, 20 minutes from you, Jimmy?
It's about a half hour, but yeah, it's about 10 minutes from where the show was that you went to. Which is at 7 in St. Charles. They're only open in the daytime now. They're not open in the evening anymore. Yeah, so
Well, can you blame them?
Floor to ceiling kits. Well, they can't get enough people to come in and work the evenings anymore. So it kind of started with COVID, and they, it's kind of stuck that way.
What time do they usually close?
You can check I think they close like 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah, that works. Ooh, OBS.
Oh God. I'm gonna give. I don't know how. We need to do something for Kevin Smith, kind of like in the vein of Stephen Hawkins, where his brain pattern can speak for him, because his speech to text is not failing the poor guy. And Bob, I'm putting the link.
Japanese. The Aoshima.
I put a link in there for you guys for that cutting mat I was talking about twice.
All right.
And
That's a big ass tank.
People's bills that are in there in the store. Several of those cases are on the store with all people's bills in it. And there's your AK, Alclads, all that stuff in the case there.
yeah, mine's a 17 by 23.
There's your Gundams and anime kits.
And no money.
And if I'm correct, if you like foreign car kits, Boston Buds is a dealer, from what I understand. Ooh. I gotta get some of that too.
What kind of foreign kits? Boston. I want this. Let me.
That's right. If he starts texting me angry things, I can just block.
This aisle is basically stuff.
All right, Bob, I'm going to hop out, and thanks for letting me stop in and just to clarify that with you.
So this aisle is like anime.
All right, see you, Jeff.
Have a good night, Jeff. See you later. He's got about 6 more minutes on the video here, so it's not too much longer. Let's say they have live inventory on their website, so if you see it on their website, they actually have it in stock. It's not like you order and then they say, "Oh wait, we don't have it." They have live inventory. As soon as you order it, it gets pulled from inventory. They keep a separate inventory for the website as what's in the store. But when they sell the last one out of the website inventory, they'll come and pull it out of the store to restock the website inventory. So they have accurate live inventory all the time. So that's back some more of those estate sale stuff. There was a real loud obnoxious lady in it. That's kind of the reason too why I got this audio muted.
No,
Those are all wooden airplane kits from that same deal.
the one filming is obnoxious, or the lady in the background?
No, I'm filming. There's a lady in the store that's loud and obnoxious the whole time. That's why I got it muted.
No.
And here, this whole aisle is armor.
Man, it's awesome.
Lower the ceiling.
What am I doing tomorrow? I might take me a drive up there. If my brother wants to go or some shit. Well, Monday. I think I'm off. No, I'm gonna have to look again. I don't remember. I may have covered something tomorrow. I don't remember. But yeah, I might have to do it.
Oh, they're open every day. Sunday they're open till they don't open till like noon, and they close at like 4. But other than that, I think they're like 9 to 6 or 10 to 6, something like that. The rest of the week, you can go on their website and get the exact hours. And there's a few more tools there.
Yeah,
And all
I told
this is all
myself
scenery type stuff for dioramas and trains and whatnot.
I told myself I wasn't gonna buy no more kits. I need to build what I have. I'm out of space to put stuff. Unless I build like a shelf or something. But then I'm lazy.
And then we get down here. The dollar parts for armor. And then there's one for cars. I think is the next display case. I think is all car wheels, Protex stuff.
Ooh. No, he has a set of the Pegasus Iron wheels. I just see those.
Well, this is several months ago, so you don't tell them what they actually has today. But yeah, I'm gonna say that third of the store is all trains. The rest of the way over there.
I have to look at their website. When I go upstairs,
in that estate sale, I was kind of wondering that obnoxious lady when I was filming all this stuff for the estate sale. There's some deep for like shipbuilders, like the little airplanes that go on aircraft carriers and stuff like that. Some small starter kits. This is when that lady was really getting bad, so I had to keep chop cutting. And this is the airplane aisles.
You just yell at her, shut up.
Or the ceiling.
I need a bunch of ones.
That's why I got it muted. And this is all airplanes. We'll skip ahead. Yeah, that.
Not scroll through it.
No, I'll share that link on the chat. Their website is hobby1.com. 1 is the number 1.
Yeah. And I told myself I'm gonna buy no more kits, but I put a bid on a kit on eBay. Was that it's the 90s Impala, and those kits are stupid expensive for just no reason. I found one on bid, and so far I'm winning. I've got it for like $5.75, and it's like $9 shipping. But there's 3 days left. Somebody will probably try to bid me up.
And here is their website. If you want to go straight to their website.
All right, sweet.
If you Google them, it'll tell you the store hours on the Google machine. I don't know if they show them on the
Yeah.
web page or
I
not.
bet too. If I look up the Mark Twain hobbies on Google, I could get their website too.
Yeah, it'll show you. It'll show you the website, and it'll tell you the hours that they're open. Store information, phone number, email. Yeah, if you just Google them, I'm thinking it's like weekdays is like 10 to 6, and then Sundays like 12 to 4.
That's
Something
not too bad.
But they used to be open later, but they can't get enough help in there. Nobody wants to be there in the evenings to work. I would do it, but they're
That's
too
what
far away.
Boston said, get a job there and I can get the employee discount.
But I used to work at the casino, which is like 2 minutes from there, and it would take me 90 minutes to drive to the casino, and so it's too far for me to drive to go to work anymore. For 2 or 3 hours a day, it's not cost effective, even if I was getting a super cool discount on price, for working there. But it's a good shop. I mean, they have a great website, and they have live inventory, so it's not like if it shows available on the website, they actually have it. There's no, you get an email a day later, oh, sorry, we actually don't have that, or type thing. If it's listed on there, they got at least 2 of them in stock, or at least one in the website's inventory and one and they couldn't, however many they have in the store inventory. But yeah. All right. We'll check YouTube. Yeah, must be okay because it's my own video, because YouTube didn't cut us off, so we're good there.
Okay, this is the El Camino trees. That's the Camino bunker.
Stream setting, be a good stream health. Yep, stream is healthy. Excellent. That's what I want to see. I upgraded my internet connection, so we're hopefully that I was already had fiber, but I upgraded my bandwidth allowance speed, so it should help with the condition of the stream. No, shouldn't have any dropouts and stuff. But if it does, I know it's my actual computer, not the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Boston. So that's basically my local hobby shop, other than Hobby Town and Hobby Lobby. That's pretty much, unless I drive all the way to the south side of the city, down towards where Jimmy's at, where they have Schaefer's Hobbies. Down at the other, I'm in the northwest and he's in the southeast side.
In Illinois, in the north, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you're down towards that end of the city, southeast end of the city, where I'm more on the northwest side. And 70 miles away, but yeah, 70 miles up the highway. Yeah, I think where they can stay profitable is they do a lot of the RC stuff. They do have a big online presence. I think that's what, and they own their building. They actually bought was a little strip mall, and they actually own the whole strip mall.
That's the only thing with Schaefer. Schaefer leans more towards the RC stuff. They got some model stuff, but not a whole lot of it. They got more RC than model.
So that store is basically divided almost exactly. 1/3 of it is RC, 1/3 of it is model kits, and 1/3 of it is railroading stuff. And there's stuff with being that way. There's stuff that you can cross pollinate. I mean,
still paying on it.
There's RC stuff you can use in modeling, and train stuff that works in modeling, and modeling stuff that works for trains and RC. So a nice cross section, and then you get the tools and supply stuff. That, yeah, they have a great supply of supplies, paints and stuff. Uh, Good supply tools. We'll talk about it when Jeff does this thing. That a lot of those tools are if you buy the hobby Pacific version, you're paying a lot more money than if you buy not hobby Pacific version of it, like even sanding sticks. If you buy them at the beauty supply or somewhere, or even at Walmart, you're getting the same thing for a quarter of the price. So, but there's some stuff that's you need the hobby quality stuff for.
I put a lot of like I don't think I have any sanding sticks left. I had a few of them, but that's what they were. They were out of from the nail part of Walmart.
Yeah, I mean you can get these from other sources, but from besides Tamiya. But I think the Tamiya ones are a little bit better. I just it's the fine pointed ones.
If it works, it works. Oh yeah.
For these, I'm sure you can a nail supply or something. You could probably find those, but I think the Tamiya ones are the good quality. So that's I use them so little that I don't go through hundreds of them like I do the regular ones. Like the regular ones, I keep 3 pill bottles full of them on my workbench all the time. I have to fill them up.
I got a bunch of those too.
No, I got the whole box underneath, but I kept tired of keep pulling the box out every time I needed some. So I started filling up pill bottles. Okay. All right, so we got the rear end put together and drying, which takes us to the interior.
The interior end on the Alcheminer. Got my marker lights all painted, front rear bumper. What else was there? Something else over there. Oh, I gotta paint these wheel backs so they'll go on the big game for me. Black slope.
Rear parts. The seats are loose. There's the seats. Steering wheel will paint. Okay. Where's the steering column? I saw the steering column earlier. Where's it at? Where's it at? Is that enough tree already pulled out? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, I used to work at a hobby shop, and I was actually offered the opportunity to buy it for not a bad price, but the economy was just not good at the time. And again, it had been the same thing. Even my parents offered to lend me the money to buy the shop, but I did not want to. I didn't want to risk their money on an endeavor that I wasn't 100% sure was going to pan out at the time, which is kind of why they were selling. The owner was selling the hobby shop to begin with. The economy was starting to tank, so expendable funds were becoming limited for a lot of people. And the people I worked for that owned the hobby shop also owned a gun shop. And the guns were a lot more lucrative and making them a lot more money at the time. So that's what they. And I just couldn't swing it on my own, and I didn't want to risk mom and dad's retirement money. in the long run, it probably would have been a good idea to go ahead and do it because things turned around a few years later in the economy wise. But
It is freaking freezing in this basement. There. I know a space heater down here. I know there's one upstairs somewhere. I don't know where it is.
which kind of sucked because I really enjoyed working there. When I was managing the place at the time, so basically I knew how to do everything and had all the ends with all the manufacturers, and they even offered to let me keep their accounts with the manufacturers and distributors for 2 years, so I wouldn't have to reestablish credit and whatnot. Well, they were getting paid for it, but at the time it was just not a. It was too risky for me at the time, so I passed on it. But they say hindsight is 20/20, I guess. Even the shopping mall that it was in at the time was pretty much going to the shit at the time, and so it was just a real concern that I may find myself without a retail space. In fact, our model club used to be in that same strip mall in one of the empty buildings, um, which they let us use just, because to have somebody in there with the electric on and the heat on and whatnot. The building survives a whole lot better than it does sitting empty. And somebody got up on the roof and stole all the copper out of all the HVAC systems. And mall owners took the insurance money from replacing that and pocketed it, and then wouldn't replace the missing HVAC systems, telling us that we had a service contract on it, but obviously a service contract doesn't cover somebody coming in and cutting all the copper out of the HVAC. And they told us if we wanted air conditioning that we needed to pay for it ourselves to get it repaired after they pocketed all the insurance money. So that's when our club moved out of there, because we had a sweet deal going for that. But we had some new people buy the whole mall now, and it's turned around. It's starting to pick back up. I think of the 50 stores when we left, when the hobby shop closed, and about 2 years later when the club left, out of the 50 stores, there were 3 that were open, and now they're at like 90% capacity again. Yeah, well, when we had the hobby shop, about half of our business was online sales, eBay, and straight up online. The actual store was more of a warehouse for the online sales type stuff. And also we did. I traveled to do all the swap meets and trade shows and stuff throughout, anywhere between Minneapolis and Houston and DC and Denver.
That's awesome. If man. Yeah, that's kind of how I ended up with so much crap, was from working at the hobby shop, because
anytime anything new came out or anything cool, I would snag it up because I get it at cost. And if I had had the extra capital laying around, or I would have probably done it, but it was mine.
You're fucking shit.
So instead, I went to work for Walmart.
Fucking Wally World. Yeah, bastard. Yeah. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay, I still got. No. And that's for my fucker.
Yeah, we bounced over. I worked for the hobby shop for about 12 years, I guess. Over that time, we bounced around between a couple of different storefronts because we had upgraded size every time. The first two were in basically Old Town in tiny little brick stores where the kind of mom and pop store where the store was downstairs and they lived upstairs type situations. So the first store was about it was like 20 by 25 40 was the whole store, about 20 feet across and about 40 feet deep, but it was the whole store. Second one was actually smaller, but it was moved. The owners that bought that building and moved in, so we moved everything over. It was probably about 15 by 30, the actual store part. And then when we outgrew that, then they moved the actual store to the strip mall. We moved into it was like a fog out, I can't tell you. It was 100 by 100 by 100 by 150 feet. The size, 100 feet long, 150 feet, 100 feet deep, and 150 feet across the front. Huge. It was an old furniture store that we moved into. That's when we started doing all the heavy duty online sales.
Fucking bastard.
Yeah.
You never do that. Like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I live exactly about 150 feet from the bakery here in town. And in the summertime, it's real rough. You wake up at 4:30 in the morning with the windows open in the spring and fall, and the smell of donuts lays heavy in the air. Nice thing is if you can't get over it, if you go knock on the back door, he'll sell you a donut out of the back door before they open up front.
The bakery around here, Cruda Bakery, they used to be in St. Louis for a long time. And then they moved up here. You've been there. They moved up here when my dad was a kid. My dad's 50 something, so they've been here for a long time. Long enough where as soon as my mom walks in, the old man knows exactly what she wants and what she's going to order before she even opens her mouth.
Yeah, that's the way it was here. We had the same owners. Oh, two families that owned it for like the last 40 years, and it's like a year or two ago, another company, which is a family-owned place, put out and in the next town over, came in and decided that they didn't want to use any of the recipes that were tried and true and popular, and it changed everything up. And I don't like it a whole lot anymore. They want to jack the prices way up too. A dozen donuts is almost $20 from them.
Yeah.
So I'd only go there when I have the hankering that I have to have a donut. And they don't do any of the danishes and pastry stuff that they used to do. The other bakers did, or breads. They don't make breads down there no more.
Krispy Kreme, a couple years.
How can you? Should be able if you have. Let me look. If you have a wrench, you should just be able to post it. The only limit would be on how long it is. If it's got too many characters, yeah, you've got a wrench, so you should just be able to put a link in the chat line, and it'll go, unless it's too long. Like some of the Amazon links are like 8,000 characters long.
Some of the eBay ones are too. At the Cruda Bakery around here, a couple years back, Krispy Kreme tried to buy them out, and when they didn't, they built a Krispy Kreme probably 3-4 miles from Cruda, and I really didn't do much. Everybody around here knows about Cruda Bakery, and they're not going to fucking Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme to me is too sweet, so I usually don't. Again, unless it's the only anything available.
They're overpriced, I think. Cruda kept their prices pretty much the same, and then Krispy Kreme's way overpriced. When COVID hit, Cruda had to raise their prices a small bit, but nothing to where they lost business. It wasn't too bad. I think a dozen just regular donuts they went from $12 to probably like $15 and some change. Yeah. And then if you want, they do deals too. Fresh, like it's regular price, but if they're a few hours old, they'll do like $10 for a dozen.
The bakery here and everything. Nothing never lasted that long. If you didn't get down there by 10 o'clock in the morning, it was all gone. All the donuts were gone.
It's about what Cruda is, but they have some of the donuts just don't sell as well. And like for some reason, a lot of like the fruit filled, they have like different fruit filled donuts that don't sell as well, but they sell good, but to where you can still get the dozen for $10, like for a few hours. Even then, just throw them in the microwave and they're still good.
Yeah, they went here. They quit making the German pumpernickel bread and the stolens and streusels and all that strudels and all that kind of stuff. So they kind of lost quite a bit of business. We used to, when I had the restaurant, we used to buy all of our bread from them.
Yeah.
And then decided to quit doing it. Well, I was at the restaurant anymore, but I don't know what the restaurants do now that they're not making bread anymore. I guess they're buying
the only
somewhere
decently, well, not even decently, it's sort of expensive thing Cruda has is the ooey gooey butter cake. That's a little bit expensive, but it's worth it. That shit is so good. And it's the same thing. If it's a few hours old, then they'll give you a discount, but it never lasts that long. He brought us, the dude that owns bakery, Cruda. The old man, he brought us everybody in their donuts. We were at the school. It was 2 years after COVID started, and we were still doing the mask thing at school. And every school around us by then had dropped the masks. But our school was the only one anywhere around here still doing them. One day a bunch of us just said, fuck it, we quit wearing them. And they made us go into the auditorium since we wouldn't wear them. And it eventually ended up, we had like 70 kids in there. Which, it was fun. And surprisingly, doing that, my grade went up. because within the first 3 hours, I'd have everything done. And I also sat next to a smart kid, so that helped. While we were on there, he brought everybody donuts.
Oh, the nearest Dunkin' Donuts is 30 miles from my
I've
house.
never stepped foot into a Dunkin'
Nearest
Donuts,
Krispy
actually.
Kreme. They used to be good, but they're all everything. They don't make anything here anymore. It's all comes in frozen. All they do is thaw it out, stick it out, and they're more about coffee than they are donuts
Same thing with
anymore.
Starbucks. I've had like the canned, like espresso energy or whatever canned coffees that Starbucks have at like Walmart, but otherwise I've never been to a Starbucks. We have I don't know if it's local, but I don't really know. It's a Scooters, it's called. I have no clue if it's a chain or some local.
Yeah, it's a chain, but it's kind of a local chain
Yeah.
type thing.
They opened one up down here, and that place is not bad. The coffee's good. They don't do much with like pastries or donuts or anything like that. You can get donuts, but they're like describe it like small coffee donuts almost. I guess is the way I'd describe it. They're not like big donuts you get regular.
The one up in Warrenton, that's 100% drive-through. You can't even go inside. It's basically not much more than a food truck that has coffee, sells coffee. So I've never gone and see what they have available. But
Like it's an actual building.
yeah, it is, but it's like not much bigger than a food truck.
That's about what that one is. They don't have a drive-through though. They don't have an inside. They don't have an inside waiting area. It's just like a little window you walk up to, and they have like a bunch of outside seating and stuff.
Yeah, this one is just 100% drive-through. There's no going inside, and there's no seating or anything. It's just all drive-through only. Where are we at on time? All right, we're gonna go about 5 more minutes. I think we're gonna shut it down because ain't much more I can do.
The only reason I went there was
because it's
a buddy of mine's girlfriend got a job there, and she told us off. We came up that day. She'd hook us up with some coffees. And after a night of partying, we were all really, really wanting coffee. But it wasn't bad coffee. I walked up and ordered a black coffee, and she said that is the first black coffee she has served in the 2 months she has worked there. So
yeah, they all want candy coffee.
I can't do that stuff. It's super sweet. Like I said, the canned and like coffee energy things or whatever that Dunkin', not Dunkin', Starbucks has at like Walmart. I've had, and they're not bad, but I don't know. Usually black coffee. That's all I ever really cared for.
I only do coffee. If it's like uber cold outside and I can't get any hot chocolate, then I'll do coffee. Then again, I put so much cream and sugar in it that it's basically black hot chocolate anyway. It's coffee flavored milk. That's how I get done with it.
Yeah, about what I run on most days with caffeine and nicotine. I'm still in the habit.
Well, after my heart attack, I had to get rid of both of those. So
I'm still in a habit of from school. I just got used to really not eating all day until like dinner or maybe like a pack of crackers or something throughout the day or whatever. Or if I'm at work, I'll eat a bag of chips or whatever, like a little bag of chips. That's about it. So I usually wake up and drink a bunch of coffee. Did I glue the interior tub in wrong? 'Cause I don't think this. I think my firewall fits in with that. Whoa. Maybe I didn't put in a.
All right, boys and girls, it's been fun tonight, and so I won't be here tomorrow night or Tuesday night because of the club meeting. So, and we'll see you guys in next
All right, man.
week. If Jeff decides he's not going to do Cliff, fill in for Cliff tomorrow night, I may come on. We'll see what happens there. Otherwise, we'll see you on Saturday over at
All right,
Brian's
man.
place. So, thank everybody for coming in tonight, and stay warm and
All right.